Will the ISP hold?
Will it? I want to know. But we're live. We're live.
Yay. Oi.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Twist. How was your week?
Uh, Interesting. There was things that happened. There was hyping that happened. There was getting blocked by Kotaku reporters that happened.
Yeah. Then there was the recent whatchamafuckle with Braving Ruin and Kraut, which I don't know my feelings on it. I'm very tippable on that, you know.
I have no idea. I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on with it. I don't really know who Braving Ruin is because I'm still new to this whole fucking weird scene. And then like apparently a bunch of I don't know who the fuck this one guy was. The I guess Schrader, whatever the fuck this dude's name is, that was trying to say like this one guy named Strawman and this other guy were fucking alt-righters, and I'm like, but they're not. They're cronies of fucking Krauts. You told me that.
I told you that they're fucking cronies. I don't know whose cronies they are, but they're definitely not normal alt-righters. I know
Yeah,
that much.
well, because they've been working for somebody trying to fucking dox Medicare for a while.
I don't know. I'd stay the fuck away from those people. They're just
Well, they're
chitsy.
dumbasses to me, but you know,
Then there's
whatever.
that. Then there's that. So you got blocked on Twitter and you took it personally, I heard.
No, I didn't really take it personally. I just thought it was fucking funny. The guy was that goddamn butt hurt that I called out his bullshit.
Or
Although technically, I think it's probably a little bit illegal and suppressing my free speech because of that new ruling that came out
you're not
that
a
you
public
can't
figure.
block.
You're not a public figure.
No, he's a public figure.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's a journalist. He can't be blocking me because it suppresses my free speech.
That's not what the ruling was. The ruling was politicians are public figures and can't block. Not journalists.
It's gonna open up Twitter to all kinds of lawsuits.
No, it's not. Again, it's a very, people think it will, but it doesn't, because it only applies to these certain specific politicians. It doesn't apply to anybody else.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you want it to be, the savior of the world, but it's not happening.
We
Sorry,
shall
buddy.
see. We shall see.
Ain't doing.
Shall see.
Okay. Stop playing with your little skateboard. You're autistic and 12 years old. I can hear it. I can hear it thumping. Everyone can hear it thumping.
Yeah. I probably should have brought my fidget spinner over.
Are you that ADHD child?
No, it's just that I have this need to freaking do something with my hands right now.
You've got a bean. Just don't make too much noise. Anyways.
Dude, there's gonna be noise, and I can't concentrate on a podcast while doing that.
Have you tried before? All this negative energy, I feel like you're being a cant, and I need you to be a can here.
Hey, wait. I spent my morning telling off some fucking bitch on goddamn Facebook, alright?
Okay.
That's what I woke up to this morning. I woke up with my cat meowing because he wanted me to wake the fuck up and get the fuck out of bed. I'm like, fine, I'll get the fuck up and get out of bed. And then I get tagged on Facebook because I'm this one group's resident fucking savage troll. And they wanted me to come fucking give a verbal beatdown to some fucking cunt. And I delivered. I hurt that bitch's fucking feelings. She deserved it though, it's alright.
Why did she deserve it?
Because she was being fucking stupid. That's why she fucking deserved it.
Okay.
The group has certain rules, and one of her comments suggested nullifying this specific rule, and I fucking went off on her about it.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Am I actually having a stream that's not fucking dropping frames?
You might be. I don't know.
Hey, Dark.
Maybe it's thanks to me being a fucking massive fucking bitch. I don't know.
No, I think I know exactly what it's doing is we're no longer streaming in 720p because there's nothing to show. So I have toned everything down. Welcome to glorious 480p streaming.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. We dropped that fucking bitrate straight the fuck down. That bitch is sitting at a cool, casual 850. And shit's working just about okay. The ISP's not throttling nothing. They're like, oh, he's just gay.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
So apparently this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna be in Blur Town for a while.
It's just a static image. It'll look fucking nice either way.
It does not look nice. Like, I get angry looking at it. Like,
it fucking looks nice on my end, and I gotta wear glasses.
Oh, it's fuzzy as fuck to me. It's so much different than the 1080p side. I thought I was making a compromise going down to fucking 720, but alright, fine. We'll do 480. We'll do 480, YouTube.
It looks pretty.
This is what you want from me. This is what you'll get from me, is glorious 480p master race.
It looks pretty fine to me.
Jesus, did you punch your microphone? Did it also talk shit in a Facebook group?
No, the fucking...
Ow, it's got a hum now. What the fuck?
Does it fucking really?
It did when you punched it. Hold on, I think it fixed itself. Ugh.
I fixed the fucking wire. Sorry. I shoved the wire back in.
You son of a monkey fucker.
Like, I was trying to adjust the fucking thing because it looks goddamn crooked. It's this universal shock mount. Nothing's ever been the same since I fucking moved to the new place, and the fucking asshole goddamn movers took my shock mount off my fucking desk mount and lost it.
You poor bitch.
I know, right? So I'm stuck with this fucking ghetto-fied goddamn over-expensive piece of shit shock mount.
You'll get over it.
Yeah, so, eventually.
We dropped our first frames, Twisted. I'll tell you exactly how many. In 9 minutes of streaming time, we've dropped 59 frames. And it came all in one burst. We lost 2 seconds. We lost 2 seconds of footage.
Oh, damn.
How will the internet be without 2 seconds of me berating you?
Poor Kay!
Right?
Yeah.
I basically blame you punching your mic for doing it, too.
I mean, possibility. I've got that effect on things.
I did destroy Jason's stream yesterday, apparently, with my echo.
Yeah, I know. That was fucking great.
Apparently his shit does not like echo mode.
Dude, I slammed my fist on my desk one time and knocked everything off of Reese Kane's wall during one of his streams. It's great.
Alright.
Apparently, his fucking sound equipment was right there next to the damn wall. I knocked everything off of the shelf.
Well, good for him. Oh, Lord. So they got that Twitter drama that, you know, supposedly Kraut and T's blackmailing Braving Ruin to get off the internet. Alright. So one side's kind of claiming Kraut's back at it again, doing the blackmails and the doxings and the being the bad guy thing. And then Kraut's camp is saying, oh, well, you know, Braving Ruin totally is trying to do bad shit and trying to blackmail me and dox me, and I was just saying people are knowing, and I wanted to get a hold of him and stuff. And then Braving Ruin cuts and runs. Right? He releases a thing on Discord. I'm not a part of his Discord. I'm not, like, super friends with him, but my first instinct is guilty people don't stand still, and innocent people don't cut and run. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The party line I'm getting from people who talk to him is that he's worried about his family and all this other shit getting, released and doxxed and whatever else. And my whole thought is, well, then maybe you shouldn't have come to the internet in the first place and tried to play internet tough guy and be,
Yeah.
If you're really that worried about it. I don't know. I still have a healthy dose of, and I know it's a dirty word, but skepticism for the whole situation, for what both sides are saying.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. The only thing I've heard specific come out of this is that supposedly there was, because I was only half-assed listening to the fucking Kubatame stream this morning at like fucking 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning, but supposedly some reporter was gonna come interview him or come talk to him or some shit. So he literally fucking erased his entire internet footprint as much as he could. But I mean, let's face it, there's fucking archives of all of that shit. There is.
Yeah.
The internet is forever. He's not gonna get away from that. So apparently he burned all of his social media stuff and wiped his YouTube channel specifically to keep some reporter from digging into it, which they probably already dug into it and probably already downloaded what they needed and copied what they needed. And I guess it's some sort of hit piece. And I'm like, why the fuck are journalists?
Yeah, why would journalists do a hit piece on somebody with an almost, insignificant following? I mean, in the big scheme of YouTube. I'm not
insignificant following.
He's way bigger than us. Don't get me wrong. Way bigger than us.
True.
Probably more talented than us. But
just true. But
in the scheme of YouTube and hit piece, yeah, it's just like
on YouTube. It's like
Tinky. It's Tinky Toys. Great.
Yeah,
we're gonna kick the toddler's sandcastle over. Who cares?
He's smaller than Kumite. He's smaller than Worski. He's smaller than anything remotely important. He's smaller than even Ralph Retort. And I'm like, this guy does not matter at all. Why the fuck would anybody go interview him?
I don't know.
Why the fuck would anybody care?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I really want? I really want to get Formula on here.
Who?
I want to get Formula Fox on here, and I want to have him yell at you. I want to have you two go at it. I really do.
I don't want to spurg at him any fucking more, because it's goddamn boring.
Why is it boring to you? Because
he's so fucking boring. How about that? He's so fucking boring. He's a pretentious little fuckwad.
Them some fucking fighting words. I know he's out in Ohio today, and I didn't want to start punching him without him knowing. But if he wants the join link, he can get a hold of me if he really wants this.
Is he fucking watching?
I don't know, but I know people who are watching that know him and don't hate him. I don't hate him, but I'm just saying, if somebody wants to pass along the message, he's totally allowed in to go slap you around a bit.
I don't hate him. I just think he's fucking stupid.
Okay.
There's a difference.
And stop punching the goddamn mic, woman.
I'm sorry. I hit it with my fucking hand. Bite me.
We did drop frames again every time you fucking punch that mic. Stop it.
Yeah. I fucking moved it up so I can move my hands and not fucking hit it.
Well, dude, who the fuck are you, Ben Shapiro, just waving your hands everywhere?
Apparently. Blah, 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 blah. Jewish, bluish, blah, blah, blah.
Jewish. Is that like foreign when you can't pronounce a last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure. Bibi Netanyahu is now Jewish. Alright, that sounds great. Sounds fucking lovely. God damn it, Twisted. Could you be any more of a shithead?
Well, I mean, I opted not to buy his asbestos-laden mug of, tumbler, and instead opted to fund the handcrafted mug from Mug Club instead.
What are you on about?
Oh, his little scheme where he's got the He sells the with his subscription service for his website. He's got that tumbler that says leftist tears.
See, because you said Tumblr, and I just went straight to fucking, danger hairs having sex with children. And I was like, no, Twisted, we don't do that here.
It's a cup. It's a coffee mug cup type deal.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like an aluminum mug thing. And the big joke between him and Steven Crowder is that the Ben Shapiro's product is asbestos laden, and Crowder's is the superior product because it's porcelain and hand painted.
I just like my aluminum thermos mug. I'm good with that.
Oh, I have a Contigo coffee cup that I drink out of. Normally, I just have the Mug Club Crowder cup because it came with the subscription.
Cunty going. That, yeah, all right. Defines you pretty well.
What, the Contigo?
Yeah, cunty going.
Well, it's cheap and it works.
So you're saying you're a streetwalker? Listen, I just want to tell your story in your words, Twist.
It's got a porcelain inside, and it works very well for the coffee.
So you
and I'm kind of a bit of a
vagina?
coffee snob. I'm kind of a bit of coffee snob, so shut up.
No, but seriously, tell me about how you antiqued your mug.
I did
Filled
not
it with porcelain.
antique it. It's got a porcelain inside.
Can you remove it and wash it in the sink?
Well, no, you just wash it. And well, actually, you don't wash it. It's a coffee cup. Why would you wash it?
Because
you only ever put coffee in it.
It's porcelain, and it stains, and it's gross to not wash your... All right, seriously, I know we've only got 5 viewers, but could somebody back me up that it's fucking disgusting to not wash your fucking cup like once a week? Can we get a consensus here?
You don't put sugar and creamer and crap in your coffee.
It doesn't matter.
If you're just drinking it black, you don't have to wash it.
So you're saying that if I just had just coffee sitting out in a pot, it wouldn't turn foul? Yes, it will. Trust me.
No, not in the pot, in the cup.
So the
I
cup
use
is
a Keurig to make my fucking coffee.
So the cup is somehow magically different?
Yeah, because you drink all the coffee, and then there's nothing in the cup.
There is still stuff in the cup. Even Dark CT says, wash your dang cup. Yeah, you nasty, bitch. You nasty. Once a week.
It's seasoning, fucker.
It's not a cast iron pan, shit for brains. It's a cup from which you imbibe liquid. It's a fucking semi-porous material where bacteria will reside in the porcelain. Wash your cup, you nasty bitch.
It's either ceramic. No, I think it might be ceramic instead of porcelain.
Still fucking porous, woman.
It's not porous, actually. It's very smooth.
That's because somebody glazed it. God damn, there's not words. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little Jordan Peterson on you, but clean your fucking room. Wash your fucking mug. Blah, blah, lobsters. I don't care, but goddamn, Twist. God damn.
This is something I learned from an old crusty-ass fucking military man. You don't wash your fucking coffee cup.
You learned from a lazy asshole. And you know what?
Hey, he said like one time his wife washed his coffee cup, and he said he made the joke it was about time for a divorce.
Okay, so he was either A, an officer who is just too stupid to know about anything that isn't in a college textbook specifically, or B, enlisted and gross.
I think he was enlisted.
And yeah, everybody agrees. Wash your goddamn cups, you nasty bitch. You fuck nasty.
Everything else gets washed. It's this one cup.
And wash your cup, you nasty!
I rinse it out.
That is not the same. Apply soap. Scrub. Use a sponge. Pick up them bacterials. Exactly. Hoovie's right. You fucking use a cup, drink it all, rinse it out, soap and water, turn it upside down to dry. You nasty fucker. Or hang. You can hang to dry. I'm not getting all fucking... It's not the Fourth Reich of coffee here. You can hang your mug or you can set your mug. I don't care how you dry it. But you don't let that bitch go foul and you don't fucking leave it unwashed.
It's not foul.
That's like saying, oh, I don't need to wipe my ass. Poop didn't get everywhere. No, there's poop there. You just don't feel it. Wipe your ass. Wash your cup. You motherfucker. You triggered the chat. Dark CT has to go do dishes. He's just like, nope, I'm out. You nasty. What the fuck else? I'm so scared to broach this subject. But what the fuck else do you do that's obviously fucking disgusting?
I don't know.
Do you wear the same underwear for 5 days in a row or something? Like,
no, that's disgusting.
Do you wipe back to front or something? Like,
I don't even know what that means, to be quite honest.
Well, you're a woman, right?
Yeah.
So you know it's not the healthiest to wipe towards the vagina.
Oh.
Oh my God, you wipe back to front, don't you?
No! I just never understood what that phrasing meant. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Even the fucking ISP was disappointed in you. You were like, oh, like you fucking, like, I know you don't want to admit it now, but you wipe back to front. You had that realization moment, and even the ISP was sad for you. It's like, I can't let this go on air. You nasty son of a bitch. Just how? But for reals, how? Do you vacuum?
How what?
Just how
yes, I vacuum.
How do you live with yourself with some of this shit? Do you just Febreze the sheets and leave them out on the line because fuck it, fresh air?
No, I wash the sheets.
So why wouldn't you wash a coffee cup? The sheets only touch your body. The coffee cup puts things into your body.
Because it's the coffee cup. I only use it for one thing. I don't put anything in there that can mold, and so yeah.
Coffee can mold.
If you leave it sitting in there, and I don't. So if there's any left over, I dump it.
It doesn't matter. It's a semi-porous material. Some will get in. It will breed germs, Twisted. It is not healthy.
Eh?
I bet your nasty ass don't even wash out your toothbrush.
I do.
I ain't convinced. You probably
I switch it out every 6 months too.
Until then, you fucking brush your teeth with doo-doo.
No, I don't.
I can't be convinced, Twisted. I'm still stuck on this coffee cup because it's just fucking, it's disturbing to me. All right, I'm sorry. We got 10 minutes of coffee cup here, but I can't get over. It's just
Jesus,
I might have to go do dishes after this.
Well.
He has to go clean more things. He just got back and he heard all that. Oh, good God. There's a couple rules in life, Twisted.
Uh-huh.
You never go pink, brown, pink. You never wipe back to front. And you gotta use soap on your fucking coffee cup. They're just some rules. Did you skip on adulting day in class or something?
I grew up in a time where they stopped trying to teach adulting, so I'm kind of having to wing this shit, man.
Yeah. Soap gets put on everything except for cast iron. That's the rule. If you got it, you wash it.
Are you sure soap doesn't get put on cast iron? Because my mom used to wash it in soap and water, and then after she rinsed it off real good, then she would put oil on it.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna scrub off and re-season, I'm a big. Yeah. All right, so for cast iron, I'm a big like we have cast iron cloths. They're like washcloths from Walmart, but they're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that and some fucking like some salt, some heavy big old crystal sea salt, and some hot water, and you just scour that pan real good with that abrasion, and then it's good to go with the cast iron.
Okay.
If it starts building up some foul or some buildup and you can't get it out, then you break out the whole scraper and you re-season and you get it with everything. But at that point, we've got a reapplying paint on a warship scenario where you got to take that bitch down to fucking metal, and then bring it back up to snuff evenly. Because once that coat's fucked with, you're done. You don't get to patch over your seasoning / oiling coat on cast iron. You don't get to soft patch that shit. It ain't rubber. That stuff has to be.
Yeah, I think she would use Brillo pads on it.
Yeah, that stuff has to be even and perfect. Fucking autistic about my pans.
Yeah, they were pretty good pans, man. I'm kind of sad we couldn't save them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the house got torn down, and my sister couldn't get them out in time, so yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. Sucks ass. Had a really good, nice, big pan that my mom called the chicken fryer. Used that bitch to make popcorn. It's the best thing ever.
That is one of my mom's pans that I miss living with her. Was she bought it early on, got an Emerald Lugosi big old fucking pan, and it's got the handle on each side. That shit got called the Bam Pan, and you could fry like all fucking like 12 chicken legs in that bitch. Nice. It was just on fuck point.
My the ones my mom had were like really, really old cast iron. Like from I think from like the 70s or something. Maybe older than that.
I'm scared to use 70s cast iron because half of it was originally fucking enameled. Because they were big into enameling shit back then.
And it might have been older than that then.
Yeah, because the 70s, I'm like, goddamn, no. Now, some people have fucking cast iron that dates back to like the 1850s, and that shit, as long as it's always been well taken care of, that's the primo stuff right there. Yeah,
no, I think it might have been older than the 70s because it definitely did not have enamel on it or anything like that. These were straight up solid black cast iron.
Well, what I'm saying is the 70s ones, some of them were enameled, and then the enamel got taken off by people later on, which leaves me going, there might still be some adhesive in there, there might still be some binding agent, that sort of shit, that leaves me real sketchy with like late 60s to mid 70s era shit. I'm just like, I don't touch it.
Yeah, no, these were like handed down to her, so.
Yeah, if they were handed down to her, then they probably weren't from the 70s. They were probably some like 1900s or so kind of semi-family heirloom in the making.
Yeah, or like 1950s or something.
Yeah, it's an heirloom in the making that y'all fucked up.
Yeah, nothing to be done about it now.
Okay, so I do want to talk about this next week with Jason. But I want to leave the show open next week for either you and Formula or Jag and Formula to go at it. Because y'all fucking have autistic arguments all goddamn show on Saturday. Y'all need to just get this shit out. Like, you need to get out your system. And I don't care if people laugh at you while you do it.
Alright.
So I'm just saying, we gotta talk with Fox next week and Jag and see what's up.
Okay. I guess I'm down for that.
Alright, so we're gonna get into some Bing Bing Wahoo talk.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you first off, like, man, I'm not gonna fucking go easy on Fox.
That's fine.
And there may be screaming, and there's gonna be a lot of you goddamn fucking retard.
Listen, that's fine, because I'm gonna call you both retards. But this is my show, so it won't impact Jason from you, actually having it out here rather than having Jason's chat be a, hostile environment,
Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright, cool. Now, time to get into the Bing Bing Wahoo, because you and I both have very different assumptions about how Fallout 76 and the future of Fallout's gonna go, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I personally think that it's gonna be a 7 Days to Die Rust type clone, not just because of any of the leaks, just because that's where most gaming is going these days. I mean, shit. Conan Exiles got a re-release and got a huge surge in sales just this last month, and it's the same type of game. It's the co-op / single player. I mean, you could play it single player if you're a really sad motherfucker. It's like playing Minecraft single player.
But it's still an MMO. It's not actually co-op, it's just MMO. Co-op is 2-player.
No, co-op is cooperative. Massively multiplayer is massively multiplayer. If you're all going for the same goal and it's just players against the environment, that's still called co-op when it's multiplayer.
No, but it's called PvE.
No, it's a limited server environment. If your server only handles 16 people, or even 64 people, that's not a massively multiplayer experience, Twisted. That's a cooperative experience.
The servers on Conan Exiles handle more than that. They handle about the same amount that Ark and whatnot do.
So, a couple hundred? Still not massively multiplayer.
That is still massively multiplayer.
No.
Because that's what Ark is classified as. It's still classified as an MMO, as it's a survival MMO. So that's not the way that's not what co-op means in the terms of gaming. That's not what it has ever meant. Co-op usually means 2-player.
Co-op means a cooperative multiplayer experience. And I'm looking at Wikipedia. Large numbers, typically from hundreds to thousands on the same server, is an MMO. So you kind of want thousands of players. I'm with Jeff there. Co-op is cooperation. If you don't have PvP in there at all,
there is PvP. In Conan Exiles, there's PvP.
I know there is, but I'm saying in Fallout 76, it will be a truly cooperative experience if there's no PvP and it's just you going against the environment. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be focusing more on the fucking settlement aspect and the building part, just like 7 Days to Die, for instance, does that. Because
I mean, I think there's going to be elements of that, but I don't think that's going to be the entire game. I think that's going to be a game mode.
I think they're going to be real into it, because Bethesda was pushing it as the next thing, and they spent all their time working on it.
I don't think they're going to hype it this much, like they did last weekend, or earlier this week, for it to just be nothing but a clone of like 7 Days to Die.
Why not? Hype is what buys pre-orders. I don't know if you remembered, but there was this thing called No Man's Sky that had a whole bunch of hype and didn't deliver what people wanted.
And then nobody played it after that.
Doesn't matter how many people play it.
A lot of people wanted refunds.
Doesn't matter how many people play it. All that matters is plenty of people bought it.
And a lot of people wanted refunds afterwards.
And a lot of people didn't get it because they didn't qualify. Because they played more than their 2 hours. Which
Steam's actually has actually I think upped that.
It doesn't matter how much they upped it. It might be 4 hours, but you're gonna.
I think it's 48 hours now.
I don't know. I don't think it's 48 hours of game time.
Or 7 hours. I can't remember which, but they made it easier to get a refund.
Let's see. Steam refunds. Here you go. Refunds on your purchase, Steam hardware, refunds. Bundles. Where are we going?
But I don't see Bethesda doing that with Fallout. If it was gonna be an online game, they probably wouldn't have hyped it like this.
Yeah, they would have.
No.
Again, it's gonna be a cooperative game. It's gonna focus on the multiplayer. It's gonna allow for a single player thing, like you're saying Ark has, and like 7 Days to Die has. I think it's gonna keep that just so they can say, "See, we gave you a single player game, but that's not the focus anymore. It's still single player if you want it to be. It's not gonna be that, and it's the stepping stone. This is the stepping stone towards, the Fallout Scrolls Online, which is going to kill the Fallout franchise. Because I don't know if you've noticed, we aren't getting any new Elder Scrolls games. We're just getting Fallout re-release and fucking
Well, no, because they're
expansions
currently porting the Elder Scrolls games to things like the Switch and whatnot.
And because ESO exists, you don't create a competing game in your own IP. It's dumb. It'd be dumb to do it. And I don't know if you noticed, Twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people watched that live stream from a partner with ads and with everything else, and people tuning out, tuning back in, tuning out, tuning back in. That was only good for Bethesda. That was free marketing, was that hype. That was marketing that didn't cost them any budget, because they just used props from around the office, and then bada bing, you had an announcement at the end of it. There was zero loss there. That was profitable marketing from all the people watching ads.
I wouldn't know because I have ad block on.
Okay. A lot of mobile devices don't have ad block. Some do,
okay,
but a lot of them don't. And a lot of people watch it on mobile and would keep checking back in on mobile to see if it got announced while they were out doing shit or working. Exactly. They will mine the hype out of this.
Well, I mean, it's getting announced next week at E3. That's when their conference is.
Yeah. So. We'll know then. I'm just saying my suspicions. Know then.
But the only source for most of like the battle royale stuff, and that's really where a lot of the height the bullshit was coming from, was that Schreier guy was claiming that it was going to be a battle royale. Nothing but about battle royale, PUBG style.
Well, I mean, basically. I don't agree with everything he says. He might have just been throwing, spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. But the thing that really got me into thinking it's definitely going to have multiplayer as a large component, especially co-op multiplayer, was one of the Bethesda devs spoke out and then had to delete his shit on, I think, the subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
But the dude was like, everybody needs to calm down. You'll see. The new features are great. It's not going to be as bad as everybody thinks. He didn't say it's not multiplayer. He didn't say, don't worry, we're giving you the single-player game you want. He didn't say, don't worry, this is still Fallout. He said it's not going to be as bad as everybody thinks. That is tantamount to agreeing that it's still going to be not what people wanted, but they're still going to be sold it because of the Fallout name.
I don't know if anybody actually was able to confirm that guy was a dev.
I don't know. I mean,
because that was just a random post, and he said a bunch of things that didn't even make sense for the series. Like they were going to be retconning almost everything. I'm like, why would you retcon absolutely everything?
I don't know. Ask Bethesda, because they did it with ESO.
They did it with ESO?
They have a guy named Lauren Schlick, something like that, whose whole job is to rewrite the lore so it makes sense with the bullshit that the writers come up with for ESO. Like, they have books from the third era way back in the second era. They have books from the fourth era back in the second era. Oh, it's because of time rift and the library, and this is why you get that. Spells that didn't happen, people that weren't where they were supposed to be. All gets written and hand-waved by this guy. They're just going to do the same thing with Fallout if that's the case. They can and they will, and they have done the same thing. They just casually hand wave at the lore because the lore's not important. The lore got you invested. Once you're invested, it doesn't matter to them. You're invested. It doesn't have to be there anymore. Their install base already exists, right? The old players are going to play because they like the old games, and the new players are going to play because it's flashy and popular.
I don't know.
Took a long time for you to go with I don't know, because I feel like that rant made a lot of sense to you.
The problem is that what makes Fallout different from Elder Scrolls is that Elder Scrolls is just can be your run-of-the-mill basic fantasy game. Fallout actually does have a storyline to it, does have a lore to it that is hard to ignore.
So does the Elder Scrolls.
I can jump into the Elder Scrolls and not know fuck all about it.
You can jump into Fallout and not know fuck all about it.
Yeah, but
that's why they have
Fallout,
Ron Perlman say,
"Oh, you were stuck in a..." You're still gonna learn the story along the way.
No, you're not gonna learn the whole story. That's why they have Ron Perlman just give you just enough to understand what you're doing there at the start of the fucking game.
I didn't even listen to him.
You didn't listen to him because you already knew.
No, because I didn't play the first 2 games either. I didn't have a PC when they came out. My introduction to the Fallout series was Fallout 3.
Okay, so you've never played a Fallout game then?
Not technically.
Okay, well, I don't see what you're trying to argue. Because you don't know the lore. You don't know the anything that happened because you never played through it.
I mean, I haven't played the top-down adventure click games, but I've played the Bethesda games. And they kept true to the old games.
No, they didn't. Not at all. There's a lot of things that get changed and a lot of things that are hand-waved. And a lot of things that just aren't mentioned that are left to be headcanon because that's what Bethesda does.
I don't think they're going to go completely multiplayer.
Yeah. I think
online servers are still expensive to maintain.
They're not that expensive to maintain. Otherwise, people wouldn't have fucking MMOs and other survival games. They're not that expensive. Trust me. Especially if they get to go, oh, well, nobody mods anymore. Here's going to be the kicker. I think this is why it's going to be an online server-based game, and Bethesda's going to foot the bill for a lot of those servers. Here's where it comes. Oh, well, in the interest of fairness, and because we only run official servers, and we will definitely DMCA unofficial servers because you don't have our permission. Because they will. They do that to people who whose market they want to corner. They will DMCA them. They'll open up official servers, and they'll say, well, mods aren't permitted for you to make or use on these servers, but we have this thing called Creation Club where you can modify your server if you're, the admin of an official server that you rent from us. You can modify your server with all these pretty shinies that you and anybody who wants to pay for it and wants to play on your server has to buy. So you and your fucking 10 friends will pay me $35 extra to get your fucking Robot Tiger DLC.
From what I've understood, Creation Club, they backed off on that for the last Elder Scrolls game, and it's being used as nothing more than basically an interview with for Bethesda.
Negative.
That's what I've been reading all over when I look it up.
Or that's just what they're saying to keep people calm. How else is it constantly putting out content from all the fucking mod creators who usually create things like, I don't know, the unofficial patches? That's the one that's going to really suck, is that they're going to charge you $10 for the official fix patch. It's not going to be the unofficial patch anymore. You're going to have to pay for this nice, shiny, official patch to fix anything we might have mistaked or anything you didn't like that was a design choice. Any UI fixes you want. Go ahead and pay for this official patch. Because that's what they're going to do once they cut out and just make full Creation Club. And like Hoovy says, it's definitely pushed hard in Fallout 4, which is the newer game. It's got the newer UI. Every time you log in, even if you don't want it or don't use Creation Club, there's an advertisement for the newest Creation Club mod in the top right every time you play Fallout 4. And we're not talking about the newest Elder Scrolls game.
Did they just start that? Because I don't remember that.
They've had that ever since the Creation Club was introduced. It's in the top right and green. It's in the top right in classic Fallout green. Newest from the Creation Club. They'll give you a little bit of blurb and flavor text, and then it'll be a clickable item that'll send you straight to the Creation Club store. And it's the worst dog shit ever.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not just an interview. They're telling you it's just an interview because you don't use it. And they want you to just buy their products. They don't want to scare off everybody, but they want to sucker in the whales. Yeah, like Huey says, most of the things that can mod that out, it will force a game crash if you try it. Yeah, I know I'm right, Dark. I know I'm right. It's fucking disgusting. Bethesda is fucking disgusting. And this is the stepping stone. People are going to say, oh my god, I'm so tired of this Force mods, this Force DLC. But oh my gosh, I can play with my friends and I really like that. And then comes Fallout Scrolls Online. Then you get Fallout Online, and then the Fallout franchise is done because there'll be no more story progression outside of DLCs every 6 months for their Fallout Online exclusive game. But you can get loot boxes for your newest robot companion, $5.99 in the store. And keys are only 75 cents this Sunday. Ha ha!
Mm-hmm.
That's the future of your Bethesda franchises, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh, it's fucking depressing. It's fucking depressing. It fucking sucks that Nintendo is the least shady person on the market these days. And they're really fucking shady.
Is that under the heading that says Fallout 4 updates?
What?
That usually comes up as?
Are you playing Fallout 4 right now?
Yeah, I pulled it up just to see.
Okay.
Dude, I ain't played Fallout 4 like a year.
And yours is up to date and everything?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to mute the fuck out of this desktop audio. Whatever. I don't care enough. Steam, you did not just fucking update my Fallout 4.
And then the Creation Club stuff is actually listed in the menu, main menu where it says, like, continue, new, load, add-ons, and such. I actually have a separate mod thing. Do I have mods on here?
Bethesda mods are great, but it's going to knock down that whole modding and just force them back to their older games. You know, the older games that they keep re-releasing on the new consoles with mod support. You too can play Buttfuckers United. Fallout 7, or Fallout 5 version 7, now on the Nintendo Bing Bing. Because that's what you're gonna get, is just that. Here we go. We'll open up Fallout 4. I will read you where it is.
You said in the upper right, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have up here when at the screen before you like click continue or new or load or whatever, it says Fallout 4 updates.
Fallout 4 updates. Limited time bundle! You mean the thing you have to buy in the Creation Club? They're rough and some of the best friends you can have. Is that what that is? Get the Alpha Dog bundle now, featuring the Trans Dogrifier that changes your fucking canine pet between the Husky, Rottweiler, and Pitbull, all in one limited bundle. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's a fucking bundle. That's a Creation Club bundle, Twisted. It's not an update. I did not know that. I don't pay attention to that. It's fucking newest content. It's a goddamn ad. You had to buy an ad platform. You bought a game that serves as an ad platform. Congratulations. Full price for mobile gaming experience.
I didn't even pay attention to it.
It's still there. Advertising to people. It still eats up resources to display it. It still eats up background processing to put that store access there. It still constantly eats data, polling you and seeing what you play with. Because that's the other part, is it sees your playstyle and it will suggest Creation Club things based on what you were doing. I get the dog one a lot because I roll with dog meat. If I rolled with the robots, it'd probably give me the robot-based ones. Or if I rolled in power armor, it'd probably suggest the power armor ones. Yeah, Dark, I love Warframe. Warframe are really honest. And when they have somebody pay too much money for something, they take it off the market. Like some of their chromas for their pets, they're like, oh my god, people are buying this way too much. They shouldn't have to spend this much money. Let's rework this system. Yeah. I love Warframe, Dark. Me and Hoobie love the fucking Warframe. Play the shit out of it. I think we're on a little break right now just because we're all playing other shit together, but Warframe is still one of the most played games we have. Actually, let's see how much time have I put into Warframe so far. The best part is Steam only when you look at Warframe, it only counts the amount of time you've been in missions. 325 hours actively playing Warframe. Might have put a little bit of my life in there.
Okay, aside from that bullshit, did you want to touch any more on the Braving Ruin bullshit?
We touch and go on it because I'm not too deep into the deepest, darkest lore. Yes, Dark, only in missions I have 325 hours.
I'm going to see if my Pi-Hell can block that ad.
I wouldn't try.
It's not a mod to the game. It's blocking it at the router. That's different.
Except for Creation Club content's already part of the game and will display.
Fuck.
Yup. So if you block it, it sends to Bethesda that you're trying to fuck with it. So they think you're cheating and then they brick your fucking game and you have to verify your system files. Or verify your game files. Aha!
Wait, you can't cheat at the game any fucking more?
You can't cheat at getting Creation Club shit.
I don't want to cheat at getting Creation Club
but
shit.
That's what they think you're trying to do. That's their whole excuse is, oh, well, if somebody blocked us from watching and sending, they could, get the stuff that's already on the PC, and we'd never know that they were interfering, so we can't let them do that. So now you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They might have fixed that with some mods, but yeah, they're kind of dicks about it. Oh, I have so many achievements on Warframe. Y'all should play Warframe. Everybody should play Warframe. Doesn't matter who you are. You should play more Warframe.
I don't know if I'd be any good at that. The one time I tried to play it was when I had my old system, and it was a shitty-ass fucking video card. And I tried to load it up, and it immediately crashed my whole system.
One of my favorite Warframe was? Well, let me tell you what. Gara's my baby. I love my Gara. I also have a pretty good Oberon build that's a little bit masochistic, you should say. He likes getting shot in the face so he can heal harder. I like my Rhino for certain things, and my Loki's not the worst thing in the world. And Ember's nice too, so I got a couple frames. Weapons, Archiplasmor I love, Ignis Wraith I love, Soma Prime I love. So I'm kind of all over, mostly rifle types. couple shotguns. Sobek, really like my Sobek. It's got some good mods for it. I usually run without a companion or a drone. Or if I have one, it's just there for carrier or carrier prime. Just there to do pickups and increase my loadout. I used to do only silenced weapons, so it was shurikens and crossbows. Was my original jam, but I opened up when I went back into Warframe after doing like I think we did like 50 hours in it, and then we took a hiatus, and then we went hard in the paint this last year. But the first time I was really into silenced weapons, and the Attica was my bitch. I love that shit. And yeah. I really hate the Mastery Rank 11 Mastery test. I can't do it. I can't do the parkour test. Octavia's nice. Mesa's nice. I don't like Inaros, but Inaros loves my Oberon. Limbo's good when you have a good Limbo. When you have a bad Limbo, he makes you want to shoot your dick off with like a flechette shotgun. Like, I just want death by 1,000 needles to my penis when I'm with a bad Limbo. Same thing with a bad mag. Bad Limbos and bad mags can ruin a whole sortie. Yeah. Za Polearm, Ignis Wraith, Amprex. Okay, so you're an energy weapons guy. Staying in the top 10 of best weapons category. Za, number 1. Ignis Wraith, number, what is that, 5? Amprex, number 3. Lifesteal Furies, I think, are number 11 for sidearms. Don't you goddamn lie, Hoovy. Boobin is not best frame, because, well, he is when Breeze plays him, but your Boobin is god-awful. I spend more time picking your dead ass up off the ground than I do actually laying out glass walls.
Well.
Lol, you died. Lying sack of ass. All right, well, that's been our hour. We've had fun. We've talked Bing Bing Wahoo. We didn't fail too much.
Yay!
So when can I get them gun blades? I don't know, man. I guess we got to go to a gun show and find that gun blade loophole that's there to get the military grade steel from Animu and Videogame.
Fuck Movie Bob!
Yeah, fuck Movie Bob, fuck Will Wheaton, and we'll see you guys next week.